What am I going on about? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing all of my thoughts, swatches and a demo using the new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Lip Blur. These are her new liquid lipstick formula. So if you're interested in how I get on with these and what I think of them and if they are worth the money or not, then keep watching. Okay, so these new lip blurs from Charlotte Tilbury, they are a brand new liquid lipstick formula available in 8 shades. They will set you back £27 or $35. And these are described as being a weightless, modern, matte meets moisture liquid lipstick. Infused with blurring and smoothing effects plus unique powder blur technology and hyaluronic acid, these liquid lipsticks visibly smooth, blur, mattify and hydrate in just one swipe. Well, these claim to wear up to 12 hours and hydrate for up to 24 hours, leave lips feeling smooth and soft. And they're also designed to be worn either blurred and like softer or built up to like a full, bold, impactful lip. Okay, so I picked up 2 shades of this, basically both of the nude shades, okay? I was feeling boring, I was feeling dull, I was feeling basic, what more can I tell you? So I got the shades Nude Blur and Honey Blur. My first impressions with regards to the packaging is I love it. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury very rarely misses when it comes to packaging, and this is not one of those rare occasions. I think it's beautiful, it feels solid, it feels luxurious. I love the like rose gold detail of the bullet and that beautiful almost like sunbeam effect on the cap from the logo. I love everything about it. I love that you can see how much you've got and the shades through the component. I love all of that. That's a win for me. There is a scent to these. It's a slight, very pleasant vanilla fragrance, like chocolatey vanilla. It's like a hot chocolate. A hot chocolate. That's the scent. That's what I'm going for. A homemade one with marshmallows in it. Very inappropriate for this time of year, frankly. So I'm going to let these swatches dry down. They don't seem to have dried down at all yet, which is interesting. I wonder how long these are going to take to dry down and whether they're going to be completely transfer proof. Looking at the claims, I don't actually see any claims that they are transfer proof. It just says that they have a long lasting weightless colour. So maybe they don't fully dry down. That's interesting, and that would be actually a bonus to me. I hate dry down liquid lipsticks typically. There are very few that I like at all and probably none that I really love. I still will always choose a bullet matte or a more hydrating glowy lipstick because those dry down mattes, they just suck all the life out of my lips. They make them look wrinkly and like they shrink them and they're just not comfortable. They make my lips flake and they hurt and I hate it. But you know, let me tell you how I really feel. So those sort of liquid mattes that don't fully dry down, they just leave a little bit of give. So they're not completely transfer proof, but they are long wearing and long lasting and they're not transferring everywhere. That's my preference because it's just that little bit of give also gives you a little bit of comfort, which I'm here for. And these have been on my hand for a good few minutes now and they haven't like fully dried down. They're still, you know, transferring. There's definitely still some wetness to them. So that's interesting. Let's start off with Nude Blur. They feel amazing. It feels amazing. Wow, it really feels delightful. It feels cushiony, pillowy, hydrating. It feels like nothing I've ever felt before in a liquid lipstick. It's like creamy marshmallowy. I don't know if I'm just craving a marshmallow today, but that's what it reminds me of, like a melted marshmallow, but no stickiness. Very soft, pillowy. The scent is lovely. I feel like, I'm not going to do it, but I feel like if you ate these, they would taste like a marshmallow. That's what I'm getting, okay? I must be hungry, it's lunchtime nearly, it must be. No, it's 10:30. So no stickiness, feels like uber comfortable, very light, but not weightless to me. I can feel that there's something on my lips. They don't feel like nothing, but they do feel very light. They do feel very hydrating and just really nice. It just is a lovely feeling. It's delightful. Velvety, buttery, really nice amount of pigmentation. Definitely not like even remotely transfer proof. So this is intriguing. I am going to do like somewhat of a wear test today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, I'm going to put the other shade on, and then I'm going to like go about my day. I'm going to be waiting for like 2 hours to eat my lunch, drink, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it's done. You know, nice and easy to remove actually, which again I appreciate. Not many liquid lipsticks are that easy to remove. No staining. Perfect. So let's try Honey Blur. So they do sort of say that you can just dab this on instead of, you know, swiping on the full colour to get like the blurred, softer effect. But I feel like you can do that with any lipstick. So I don't think that's necessarily like a big selling point or a unique thing about this lipstick, because you can literally do that with any lipstick. The doe foot is really nice, really precise, really easy to get a nice crisp line. Again, these feel so nice and buttery on the lips. I think this shade is better for me in like my more summer skin tone. I think Nude Blur was a little light. I felt like I needed a liner, whereas the Honey Blur is perfect, very wearable, like everyday shade. Definitely leaning a little peachy, as a lot of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks do, but then the name is Honey Blur, so you would expect that peachy tone. Again, not transfer proof at all, but like I said, it doesn't claim to be, it just claims to be long wearing. These feel so nice. I have high hopes, and I'm glad that they aren't a sort of dry down life sucking matte, because I wasn't expecting to like these, but now they're in with a chance. So the other shades available in the collection are Pillow Talk Blur. Of course, there had to be a Pillow Talk shade. We then have Pillow Talk Medium Blur, Ruby Blur, Flame Blur, Walk of No Shame Blur, and finally Rose Blur. So lots of beautiful shades, very many to choose from, something for everybody, something for every skin tone. We've got lighter, deeper, popping summer shades. We've got some pinks, some peaches, some reds, glorious, lovely colours. I think we'll be needing more. Eight shades is not enough, but maybe they're just kind of seeing how popular they are, and hopefully these are hanging around. There's nothing on here to say that these are limited edition. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury do a lot of limited edition releases. I can't see anything on here. There's no limited edition words to be found, so fingers crossed, as long as this is a popular release, that it will be around for a while. Okay, so now I'm going to go about my day. I'm going to drink some coffee, I'm going to do some editing, I'm going to have my lunch, drink a Coke, and then I'm going to come back and we'll see how much of this is still on my lips and how it's feeling, how my lips are feeling. Whether we're enjoying it still, or whether all the life have been sucked out of my lips and they've shriveled up and died and fallen off my face. So fingers crossed for the former. Okay guys, so we are back. It's been about 2.5 hours since you last saw me, and this is what the lips are lipping. This is what the lips are looking like. I am impressed. We've had some developments. Let me fill you in on what those are. So probably over like the 30 minutes while I was just editing the beginning of this video, I noticed that the lipstick was sort of drying down more, and we're now only really getting a tiny bit of transfer. So I think although these aren't transfer proof, you can see there's a teensy bit there. If you do allow these to dry down fully, and that does take a bit of time, they don't sort of immediately dry down to bulletproof, but then that's when you get the life-sucking feeling. But they do set down over the course of like 30 minutes to being fairly transfer resistant. Actually, there was no transfer on my straw for my iced coffee and no transfer on my mug once it dried down either. I wasn't getting any transfer, so I was really pleasantly surprised about that, because I thought they were just going to be more of that mousse as opposed to like a traditional liquid lipstick, but they do actually have a bit of a set effect to them so that they aren't transferring anymore after that initial drying down period, which was just a little bit longer than I expected. They also, as they dried down, or once they had dried down, they felt even lighter. So now I'm really not really noticing them on my lips. They barely feel like I've got anything on, but they also don't feel lifeless and like they've had all the life sucked out of them either. They still just feel very natural, and when I touch my lips together, they just feel like my normal lips with nothing on. So that was a really nice surprise. So I've had an iced coffee through a straw, I've had a hot coffee through from a mug, and I've eaten a sandwich since I last saw you. Nothing super oily, but I think they've done very well. I'm really happy with how they look. I think this is like the perfect type of formula for me, where it's dried down so that they're going to wear really nicely through a meal and you're not going to end up with, you know, completely missing from the center of your lips, but they're not really drying out my lips and causing flaking or peeling, and they're not dissolving completely. There's a really nice like balance right in the middle where they're long wearing but comfortable. They're not transferring too much, but they're also not really shriveling my lips up and making them want to leap off my face either. They are definitely a matte finish, but they're quite a sort of velvety soft focus matte. I feel like these very much lived up to all of the claims. They're exactly as described, and they actually have really good transfer resistance to them, even though that wasn't one of the claims. So that was like a nice little surprise, that once it's set down, you're really not going to get that much transferring really at all. So I'm really happy. I'm really pleasantly surprised. I only picked up 2 of the 8 shades, which was, you know, a lot more reserved than I typically am with Charlotte Tilbury releases, because I didn't think I'd like them. I thought they were going to be much more traditional dry down liquid lipsticks than they are. This is, I feel like, quite an innovative formula, more in line with like the moussey type of liquid lipsticks. They feel comfortable, they look flattering on, you know, lip line texture. All of that sort of crinkly lips is not happening, which is really unusual for a liquid lipstick, yet they're wearing really, really nicely. The one drawback for me is the number of shades. As soon as I realized what these were like, and I actually really liked them, I went back and I was like, I'm going to order some more shades. And there really weren't any other shades that I was drawn to. I would love more nudes. We need more nudes. I want richer nudes. Everything else is kind of leaning quite pink, or, you know, more red, bolder, brighter lipsticks. I'm like, I need more nudes, please, because these are such a nice formula. A liquid lipstick that's long wearing, that's comfortable, that's flattering on my, you know, lip texture. So a pleasant surprise for me, these. As I said, I don't like liquid lipsticks typically. I was pleasantly surprised when I applied them that they weren't the typical liquid lipstick that I was expecting, that were going to really dry down and suck all the life out of my lips. And then I kind of liked them more and more as the day went on, because I realized, oh wait, they're drying down. The transfer is getting less and less, but they're staying really comfortable and light. Made it through drinks, made it through my lunch, and now I'm pretty impressed. But please give us more shades. I think these are really, really nice. I'm really pleasantly surprised, and yeah, happy days. Lips are still in one piece. Who'd have thought it? Please let me know if you picked these up, if you've tried them yet, how you've got along with them. Were they what you were expecting, or were you pleasantly surprised, or were you disappointed? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.